Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay back at it again, and today we got, is fat phobia an issue or are you just sensitive by Maya J? You already know what the deal is, man. Shout out Maya J. Subscribe to the socials, 100K by the end of the year. Without further ado, let's get started.
Get on the internet thinking you're just somebody to be telling, just got somebody to, shut your fat up. You eat too much. Just big. Ain't nobody telling you just because you can eat 10 plates don't mean you need to eat 10 plates.
Wild.
Just because you can start down the whole buffet don't mean you need to.
Yo, she got the George Jeffrey. You know what? Let me stop.
Fat people are the only community of people that are not allowed to be upset about anything. Like, it could be something non-fat related, and if a fat person say they don't like it, y'all are ready to sharpen the pitchforks. Like, and that's rich coming from a community of people that could only boycott Target for a matter of 5 business days.
I don't want to be fat. I'm sorry. I don't think it's bad to say I don't want to be fat. Like, I don't.
The thing is, that should not be controversial, because think about it objectively. All the people who talk about fat phobia existing in our culture, if you're gonna say that fat phobia exists, then you have to be okay with people not wanting to be fat, because obviously no one wants to be subject to fat phobia that exists.
Yeah.
If fat phobia is a real thing, which obviously it is, then why would you want to be a victim?
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaya and welcome back to another episode of Amaya's Unsolicited Opinions. Clock it. In today's video, I definitely will be talking about more sensitive topics. I'll be talking about fat phobia, eating. I will be talking about Cardi B. So if any of these terms, and I'm going to be talking about Samira, so if any of these people, any of these terms trigger you, I would suggest you click off this video. But, you know, there's been a lot of discourse going on surrounding this Samira and Cardi B situation that I will talk about later on in the video and how this is controversial. But I also will be adding in some nuance because, you know,
I, honest to God, don't know anything about this situation, so I don't be keeping up with the celebrity beefs and the dramas, so, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to inform me.
I noticed that a lot of people on the internet are polarized in their opinions, and the purpose of my channel is to center our opinions and to move to the next, because I'm tired of this conversation. So let's get right into the video.
Fat phobia is now a trend, and as a plus size person, I'm not even surprised. So I went down the whole Cardi B and Samira rabbit hole, and I finally found the original video of Cardi B saying what she was saying about, you know, her plus size fans. And to me, I feel like that comment wasn't necessary. And as a longtime fan of Cardi B, I already know, like, when she says, you know, certain things, she said in like a playful voice and she doesn't really mean it. But to me, I feel like if you know for a fact that you do have, you know, plus size fans or whatever, don't say, oh, I got the merch for the fat bitch. That's not what you say. Just say, you know, I restock on my plus sizes, you know, for my plus size girls, you know, something like that. But you don't have to say fat bitches. You have to say fat bitch. No. And to me, I feel like it's crazy that y'all in Samira's comments talking about, oh, well, you know, if you go in the store and they don't have your size, then you know what you need to do. First of all, y'all acting like we can lose weight, like, overnight. Like, weight loss is a process. We talking about the clothes we can wear now until we're able to lose the weight. Like, we can't do this shit overnight.
How did this mess start? You may be asking. You know, it's...
honest to God, I couldn't say, but I'm going to get... let me get my initial takes. Are there people who are afraid of, like... Well, what? Like, phobia is you are afraid of something. Phobia is you are definitely afraid of something. Like, if someone got arachnophobia, they are scared of clowns. I, honest to God, don't think anyone is legitimately scared of fat people. They just don't want to be fat. There are some people out there that are prejudiced against fat people just because they are, you know, bigger. Yeah, but... my thing is that the reason this quote-unquote fat phobia thing exists is because people... Number one, being fat is one of the easiest jokes to, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of the easiest things to pick out. Like, bro, if you a big dude and you roasting somebody, all the other person has to do is say, shut your fat ass up, and the whole squad laughing. Like, that's the issue. Like, the whole group is dying laughing. Like, it's the... because being fat, like, it's objectively just not that good for you. Like, it's not healthy. And I think people subconsciously recognize that being fat is a symbol of laziness, lack of discipline, and overall, like, you don't care enough about yourself for you to want to monitor your weight or to lose it. So it's like people subconsciously associate being overweight with lack of self-control and discipline. So people just view some fat people with less respect. Now, I'm not telling you to treat fat people like they're lesser than. Absolutely not. Treat people how you want to be treated. But that's just to think that that's just where I'm coming from. That's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? I know some bigger dudes, you know, some fat dudes in real life, and I don't care, bro. Like, I don't be bringing up their weight like that unless it's absolutely necessary. But, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I believe. Or at least why people, you know what I'm saying, pick on fat people so much, because it's very easy to make fun of a big person, fat person, you know what I'm saying? It's very easy to, at least on a more subconscious level, to associate being fat or overweight with negative traits relating to self-control or discipline. And a lot of these celebrities and influencers and companies try to appeal to fat people very hard, because not only are they a massive part of the population, I think over 70% of the United States is overweight, but a lot of fat people are self-conscious about their weight. They're very subconscious about the way they look. So they try to boast about fat phobia, accept your fatness, overly trying to assert this belief that being fat is good and being fat is healthy, when I feel like deep down they know that that's not true. So these companies can see that these people are looking for validation about their size, and they try to appeal to these big people, you know, these fat people, because it's going to, you know what I'm saying, boost their profits, right? It's very easy to appeal to someone who just wants to be heard. So that's where I'm going. I think. That's what I think. You feel what I'm saying?
It's Cardi. There may be a 50-50 chance she sees this video. If she does, Cardi B, I don't mean to be messy like that, but girl, come on. You are a PR nightmare. As a marketing major, you see celebrities and artists get on the internet, and a lot of people are saying that, I will be talking about further in the video, a lot of people are saying that she's very human and she's real and things of like that, but when you haven't released an album in so many years, and you're...
Well, the thing about being PR is you gotta have some degree of self-control to, you know what I'm saying? You don't, like, PR, you just gotta know when to shut up. Like, that's what PR is. It matters more how you say it versus what you say. Like, and I feel like a lot of people, the reason their careers get done dirty is because they don't know how to control that stuff. Like, they just say anything. They say everything and anything, and that messes up their career.
Relying heavily upon brand sponsorships, you definitely should not go on the internet after people are buying your clothes and say, these fat B, and call your fans fat B's.
He's sold out, especially because you fat fucks, clearly you guys are fat as fuck. No Chick-fil-A for y'all. All the three...
Yeah, you can't be doing this one. You can't be moving like this, man. Like if you started your career making fun of fat niggas, like if that was your career starter, like you basically made fun of everybody, right? Like, you started off just being a dude who roasts people, makes fun of people, and, you know, your community knows that that's how you get down. That's different. But if you're a music artist, like, you switch up and saying all these people, this, that, and the third, is gonna be off-putting. It's very off-putting.
X sold out, yo. The 3X sold out like in 20 minutes. Now, knowing that my fans is fat, I can't even make fun of fat people no more.
Even though that may be a communal joke that you have with your fans, if your fans are your girls and you're talking like to your fans like they're your girls, it shouldn't be something messy. The internet shouldn't be policing you, but you're going to be policed, and you know this because you've been a celebrity for so long that people on the internet are going to get on that ass for saying anything about fat people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, when you that big of a creator, that big of a media person, you gotta watch what you say. Cause I could probably say whatever I want right now, boy. I could just go crazy, you know, go insane. But you know what I'm saying, I'm conscious of what I say, or at least I attempt to be. Like, I don't just want to be saying whatever and whenever, cause you know what I'm saying. Like, reputation matters. 48 laws of power. Reputation matters. Guard with your life. All that stuff.
And that's exactly what happened. Now, if you're not aware of who the creator Samira is essentially a plus size creator. She goes into different stores. She has, you know, critiqued different stores about not having plus sizes. And over the years, I've seen a lot of people say, like, she does too much and she's annoying. let's be real. I don't like you. I'm not your bestie. In fact, I think you actually might hate me since you constantly make a mockery of size inclusivity. But you know what they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Extra large is crazy.
Do you have any XXLs in these?
We typically don't carry that size in the store. Did you get them?
I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but
Let me see what that said right quick, you know what I'm saying? You don't carry an XXL in store, but you constantly make yourself as a size inclusive and body positivity. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing with these companies. They don't. So all my overweight people watching, you know what I'm saying? All the, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, all the big people who watch my shiz, right? All those types of people. What you gotta understand is that a lot of these companies don't care about you. They don't care. They just want your paper. They just want your paper. And obviously, now let me go back. This is a very large woman, right? Well, yeah, this is a big woman, obviously, but she's not my 600-pound plus level fat. She's definitely she's definitely overweight, but she's not like I can't even get out of bed levels of fat. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I even say she's sizably slimmer than the you know, the Uber Lyft girl who made that whole controversy a couple months back. But yeah, a lot of these companies are not. They don't really care that much about the rights or the level of, you know, your body matters. They don't care about that type of stuff. They just trying to make money. They don't really care about y'all, like, interest like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they just see y'all as an easy group to market towards, since y'all are constantly talking about your weight and your size. That's why they constantly run these campaigns, because it's very easy to garner support.
But you know what they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Extra large is crazy.
Do you have any XXLs in these?
We typically don't carry that size in the store. Did you get them?
I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I'm glad Samara is off my timeline. I'm glad she's taking a mental health break, because she do way too much. It's one thing to advocate for plus size people, but it's another thing to literally harass everybody about it. We're talking about the girl who literally walks into stores and harasses the workers, asking them why this is the biggest size you carry in your store.
But that's not the, like, alright, obviously, yeah, I'm not saying to be rude to big people, but, you know, overweight people and all that, but it's like, you don't gotta, like, if you know you're on the bigger side, you don't gotta walk into a store and be like, why don't you have this in a larger size, huh? Because those are workers. They don't get paid enough for that. You got to take that up with the CEOs and the higher ups, who are the ones, you know what I'm saying, commissioning and doing the shipping or handling the shipping process, and who's making what and things of that nature. The workers are just there for you to, you know what I'm saying, pick out your size and to go about your day. They don't control that type of stuff. And especially the workers in the mall. They don't control that.
How should they know? They just work there. It got to a point where she was doing way too much, and I'm glad Cardi B called her out. First of all, if you can't take a joke, that's on you. Everybody gets jokes cracked on them. If you're that sensitive, sincerely, get off the internet.
Keep that in mind when we talk about this situation further on the video. Like, y'all already know how I feel about this channel. Y'all know how I feel about humanity. Y'all know how I feel about people. I don't give a fuck if somebody's fat. That's none of my business. And I'm saying it like that because it's just like, when it comes to everyday insults, babe, if I'm arguing with you or if I'm not messing with you, I'm not going to start off by calling you fat. That's not really an insult to me. You know, life happens. People have children. People struggle with weight.
Yeah, it depends. Like, if you big, I ain't gonna make fun of you. But the moment you try to say something, I'm on your ass. I'm gonna get your big ass about, like, I will. That's a trap card, bro. That is a trap card. But yeah, like, some people, like, yes, I feel like Cardi B, like, in this situation, from what I've heard and what I understand, yes, people are getting on Cardi B for what she said, and the other person, you know what I'm saying, she was doing too much, going to stores asking, why don't y'all have that size, even though the workers don't really control that. But my thing is just, the internet is such a large place that if you are a large social media, you know, influencer, creator, vlogger, like whatever, and whenever, right? people gonna crack jokes about you. They gonna make fun of you. They gonna get on your case, especially if you're doing something more out of the norm. They gonna get on your case regardless, right? Am I saying making fun of like fat people is morally good? Nah, but it happens, man. And if you are that big on the internet, you gonna get flamed. I expect when I get this channel to grow crazy, which is gonna happen, I expect to get flamed as well. Like, I expect dudes to flame me. Like, that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles in a lot of these cases. And I just hit my funny bone on my table. That did not feel good.
People go through a variety of different things. So when it comes to people's business, keep your mouth closed. Like, you can't get online and you can't read the comments and you can't watch videos and get pissed when people are constantly critiquing you about getting plastic surgery.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start my brain dumping everything I need to get done.
It also doesn't help that people who are on the internet are ruthless. Why is it falling?
And then months later, years later in time, happily and proudly get online and start talking about people's body and calling people fat bitches. Cause one thing about me, you're not going to catch me saying nothing I don't want to be flipped around on me. Y'all are not gonna catch me, calling anybody fat, talking about anybody's body. Because let's say I'm having a day feeling insecure, I'm on my period, I'm feeling bloated, and somebody takes a video of me in real life, or somebody goes into my TikTok and sees a video of me not looking my best and use that situation and then come at me. And now I have to sit down and shut up. I can't say anything because I brought that up and answer. But anywho, essentially what happened in this situation is, like I said, Cardi B got online. She said she was joking with her fans. That's what she said about her fans. She said, you fat bitches are buying my clothes. Ha ha ha. I just don't get the joke. But if that's what her fans get, if that's their
to be honest, this situation, it is what it is, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It is what it is.
Personally, if people are supporting me and buying my clothes, it's supporting me with their monions, and I made, sizes go up to 3X and knew that fat people be buying my clothes, I'm not going to start calling them fat bitches on.
I think it's just more of don't bite the hand that feeds you type of stuff. Like, if black people are my main demographic, I'm not going to just be like, all of y'all are this, that, and the thirds. Like, I'm not gonna do that, because some people, you could just say it's a joke, but what you say still matters. Like, you could say something out of line and think to you it was just a joke, like we're just playing around, but to that person, they might be deeply offended and never want to talk to you again. That actually just happens sometimes. You feel what I'm saying?
On the internet.
As much as I would rather eat a stir-fried denim jacket than participate in public discourse, what's happening between Cardi B and Samira is a perfect illustration of it's not what was said, it's who said what was said. Because I recall a few years ago when I had came online and was defending a sex worker against this ashy man who was attacking her for no reason, being misogynistic. And I called him big back. He was a thin man, mind you, he was thin. So I was just using it as a lexicon because I was reading him his rights. People dragged me for 30 days and 30 minutes. They were like, it's fat phobic to say big back even if you're not even talking to a fat person. And I agree. I'm not contesting that anymore. I was educated. I apologize. I'm not bringing it up to rehash the actual topic itself. I am saying the response that Cardi B is getting with everybody attacking Samira, and then also everybody saying y'all need to relax and calm down. It's not that deep. It was just a joke. It really highlights that it's literally who says it and not what was said.
Samira's reputation is her getting online and coming at brands and people for not catering to plus size people. So essentially Samira got online. She came at Cardi B. She said that was disrespectful. She said that, it's not okay for her to be a celebrity and come online and say stuff like that.
Cardi B, I'm very surprised that I have to remind you of this, but just because someone else makes a joke doesn't mean you have to make it too. You know that, right? And also, maybe the reason why people feel so comfortable making fun of your BBL is because you do not command the respect that you so seek. Maybe if you stop using fat people at the expense of jokes, then people wouldn't do the same for your BBL. No, they shouldn't be making fun of your BBL.
You just gotta watch how you move on the internet very closely, especially when you that big. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when you have that much of a following and you've been doing this type of stuff, you've been in this industry or this community for like what, years upon years. Like, I think she's been doing this rap stuff for like a decade, roughly at this point. You gotta watch how you move. Because you know that the internet will get on you for anything. They'll take your words. Like, you gotta know what to say and how to say it. You have to have PR training. You gotta have that, man. Because if you don't have that and you just say wild, out-of-pocket stuff in every which way scenario, you're gonna have your reputation thrown through the mud. And I don't think anybody wants that. Your reputation is impeccable. You gotta guard that with your life, man. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta watch what you say and who you say it to and how you say it. All that matters.
Also, no, you shouldn't be making fun of fat people, and neither should they. But if you are going to sit here and still say it's not that serious, and offer a cupcake in the camera to anybody who is so upset by it,
offering the cupcake is actually insane. I ain't gonna lie. Offering the cupcake is insane.
Offer you a few books that I recommend for you to understand why fat phobia is something so serious and something that should not be taken lightly and something that should not be joked about, especially by someone as powerful as you.
Cardi B is so unserious because I know she didn't just offer Samira a cupcake.
Here's a cupcake. I'm not gonna apologize though because I fucking something I wanna cry about some dumb shit. Every day I wanna cry about some fucking dumb shit.
She also commented on Samira's video, writing, "Girl, people make fun of my BBL every day. I was talking to my fans who was making fun of the same thing, like it's not that serious." But to Samira, it very much is, and it's not a laughing matter. Hence the Uncle Sam point. Now that bit did piss Cardi B off, who insists that it's all just a joke and that Samira is doing too much, and once again says that she is not apologizing.
My fans didn't feel offended. My fans were actually making the jokes with me about themselves. Whatever the fuck you got going on with yourself, how you feel about yourself, girl, don't put that on me.
And as stepping in Cardi B's shoes, I don't understand why Cardi B gets pissed off with people constantly saying this to her, like, as a celebrity this and somebody with such a huge impact on the world this, because I'm now starting to get that in my comment section just from having 10K when having nuanced conversations when people don't agree with my opinions. And at times it's just like, babe, it's not my job to control how somebody feels about a situation, but at the same time, I'm not coming on my channel and, just coming at people like that. There has needed some light to be shed upon the fact that people are fat phobic and do treat people a certain type of way because of how they look. Just saying, and with that being said, it's caused people who are fat phobic and people who know they're fat phobic to come online and say the situation isn't that serious. And even though this may look like an unserious situation,
well, to me, this is not that serious. I ain't gonna cap to y'all, man. It's not. This scenario, like, I just think that, to me at least, it don't really matter for real. Like, in the grand scheme of things, this is gonna probably be blown off. When was this video made? Today, I don't know. By like the 20th. Maybe the 20, like what? I'm going to say the 25th, this is going to be blown off. Because this is just that weekly internet drama beef that happens every so often. Well, not every so often because it's weekly. But yeah, it happens a lot. It's a very frequent thing with the internet. And my opinion is your stance on this depends on how much you either care about Cardi B or how much you care about the rights and the, protection of big people or overweight people or whatever. That's how much you're intrigued. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm really just very indifferent to this. Yes, I don't think fat phobia is something crazy, because most people, I argue that the mass majority of the population aren't afraid of fat people because most people nowadays are overweight anyways. And overweight people aren't being treated as bad as other groups throughout history, right? In fact, once upon a time, being overweight was a sign of wealth and prosperity. Like, wow, you have enough money to afford food, while a lot of these people are definitely skinny. You got a big tummy, that's good. But I don't think people overweight are just crazily discriminated against. I don't think that's the case. Like, yes, you get a lot of jokes cracked about you. And yes, depending on who you are, that's going to hurt you. Right? The internet and people as a whole are ruthless. But I don't think it's as bad as some of these people have to say. But then again, you have to watch what you say when you have the internet, you know, popularity and fame. What you say and how you say it matters. But that's just what I believe. That's just what I believe. And I think I've gotten everything I need to say from this video. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want to just let the video play out and me just not say anything. Because then I'll just be repeating myself over and over and over. So, shout out Amaya J for this video. But with that being said, stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay blessed. It's your boy Jay, and I'm out.